Hello, my name is Henri, and on this video we are going to talk about some investing, and we are going to calculate the pluses and minuses of the market. What it really means if you calculate what are the benefits, the beneficial events for the market, and what are the downsides of the market. So this is like a plus and minus calculation, and this is what we are going to be focusing on the easy way. And then we are focusing on the week from February 11th to February 15, 2019. We're going to look at the predictions that I made and how did we do on this week on S&P 500 futures, gold, Bitcoin versus USD on Bitfinex, and in silver as well. So, welcome aboard. Okay, first of all, I would like to remind you that this is not considered to be investment advice. Make your own decisions. That way you'll become a better investor in time. Okay, so what do I really mean by this when I said that you calculate the events? In the earlier video last week, I talked about the same subject. How can you measure these events? Well, in the market, that is a measuring place. Every event, every news, every information is weighted all the time. So you have to do this weighting as well. Is this a positive news or negative? That's very important. That's way how you can predict the direction of the market. Very important. If you pick the wrong direction, you're not gonna make any money there. You'll be wrong. So that is the most important thing. The direction of the market. Okay? Is it going up or is it going down? In your specific market. That's where you start. You find out what are the major causes that change the market direction. If you cannot find those important things that changes the market in recent future, and they're not expected to come about, well, the market is not changing its direction. So you follow along the same direction. So you don't have to beat the market. The market will show the direction. You just follow it. Okay. The next thing is that, okay, how can I measure what sort of a direction, what is the actual, let's say, change in the market? Is it like 5%, 10%, 30%, 50%? Well, you have to calculate it. Calculate different kind of events and the possibilities. In the fundamental analysis, people focus on very much on these. Okay, what is the effect of this for a certain corporation? Okay, in a certain industry where there's a lot of corporations, or in a, let's say, in a larger scale, in a world, in a certain country, and in a world markets. This has to be valued, so weighted all the time. So that's where your mind starts working in the way that you start weighting these things. Okay, what is the real value for this event or some information that comes about to the market? So you have to learn how to measure these events. And when people are, let's say, trolling on technical analysis, but in technical analysis, there are lots of ways how you can prepare for the future, because technical analysis is so much intelligent. It's much more intelligent than the market in general, and people in the market in general, they probably like to be more intelligent than what they are. That's what I have learned, that I'm not that intelligent than the market. I usually try to be as intelligent as the market. If I try to beat the market, well, that happens sometimes not. Okay. So just try to memorize that you can calculate the market. You can find ways to calculate the market. Is it technical analysis? Is it historical analysis? Is it fundamental analysis? You have to find the values, how much the market is going to change. Is it going to into what direction? The direction is usually the first thing. If you cannot get the direction correct, well, then you're lost already. Then measure what are the effects, the value of how much the market is going to move. And then the timing is the last component, but that is usually the most trickiest. So try to focus on first on the direction. Try to find out what is the meaning cause of this direction of this market. If you find direction, you can make money. If you can measure the market, what are the changes and so forth, then you can measure how much money you can make in the market in percentages, like 5% annual return, 30%, 100% annual return. It becomes exciting. And then the timing. Your basically only thing you need is timing in the market. That's the only thing you need. But the timing is the most difficult usually because it's very hard. Okay, let's look at the predictions that I made on February 11th to 15, 2019. My hit rate for this week was, at first I looked into it, it was 64, but then I corrected it to 66 because there was another positive news that I was able to predict. And what I predicted in this week was that CPI, Consumer Price Index in United States, was very promising. The forecast was 1.5, but the actual was 1.6, so that was very promising news for the market. Okay, and that went correct. Okay, S&P 500 futures, I predicted that the early week would go down. We got sideways week for the starting side of the week on Monday, and until midweek I predicted that we would go up, and that is what we did. It was a very, very promising, including this CPI numbers. Okay, Bitcoin versus USD on Bitfinex. I predicted we would go closer up to the $3,900. We got only to 3,738, so there was lots of resistance in that market. Gold, I predicted we would go early up. We got up to, I predicted that we would go to $1,325, but we got only to $1,321.5. And after midweek, I predicted we would go down. That was correct. Silver, I predicted that we would go up early week to 16, but we got to $15.81. And after midweek, we would go down. That was correct. Okay, I hope you learned something new from this video. You can find these predictions on my Facebook Rosmerta Oy's page and on my own name on Twitter, LinkedIn, and Google+. If you have some question, you can use those. In Finnish, my website is opilakia.fi. Okay, thanks for watching. Hope you learned something new from this video. Hope you learned that you can calculate the market. First the direction, then the measures, how much market is going to move into a certain time direction, and then the timing. Okay, easier said than done, but I hope you for the best. See you in the next video. Bye bye.